Good morning everyone and welcome back. The fog has lifted. It was pretty white here this morning. It's still real overcast and it's not a real beautiful day, a little bit cold, but it's not too bad. It's actually Easter this weekend. I think is it Good Friday's tomorrow? I was sort of planning on doing the lawns today, but I'm not sure I'll be able to do that because there's just a little bit of dew around and it doesn't go through the lawnmower particularly well. There's also a lot of this mallow. I think this weed here is called mallow, and that's real hard to cut. It always blocks up the ride-on. But when it's a bit drier, it's not too bad. So that's why I really need a bit of sun, but probably not today. But guess what came in the mail today? So this is the CRV herd catalogue, or bull catalogue, I suppose it's called. And it's always an interesting time of the year to seeing what bulls are on offer to use at mating time. This is when we pick them. CRV's sort of the first to put it out. I haven't got the LAC one yet, but there's just a couple that I've been looking at quickly that I liked. So Firelighter, that was one that I sort of liked. Jim, Horatio, a couple more. Kaka. So the main things that I'm looking for when I'm thinking about picking them is they've got to have like a plus fertility, so they're usually in the positives, but 5 or 4.9, so that's good. That's higher than probably the average, which would be, or higher than say 2, which is good for the Jerseys. I think body condition, that's a plus, so that's good. Whereas the one over here, see, that's in the negatives, so I probably wouldn't choose that one. Somatic cell count's a little bit lower than the average, but I'm not too worried about that, I guess. All its shed traits positive. Where are we going? So capacity, see, it's on the plus for capacity. Stature a little bit down, but jerseys can be a little bit, I suppose you want it above the average, but it's pretty hard to find like your perfect bull that suits you. So there are going to be, well, you've got to give and take a little bit. A couple of other ones that I sort of look at is udder support, so that's on the plus, which is good, or better than average. Front udder, a little bit down, which isn't too bad. You sort of want that around the average anyway. Rear udder, it's probably, yeah, you'd want it more on the average side of things, so it's a little bit high maybe. Front teat, so these are like udder traits through here, and they're all not too bad. Teat length is on the shorter side, but udder overall is, yeah, pretty good, so it's better than average. Here's a couple more that I like too, like Mahu Megabyte. I think that was about it, but it's yeah, I think I've circled about 5, and I'll probably choose maybe 2 to 3. Everyone picks their bulls a little bit differently. Some people care, some people don't. But those are just the few things that I sort of gloss over. But now what will happen is Matt, my field rep from CRV, he'll come out. We'll have a sit down, go over the picks that I've sort of made, and it's always good having like a second opinion, and then I'll sort of, yeah, I don't know, pick 2 or 3, something like that. But there's a few things that I'm probably not going to do this mating or next season, and one of them is definitely probably using sex semen. So not last week, in the last couple of days, our midpoint for our milk price has dropped 20 cents, so it was $8.50. What did it drop? 30 cents. Now it's down to $8.20. So that would be 30 cents, which isn't the best. And next season it looks like it could even possibly have a 7 in front of it. It's a few predictions out there, so you never know which one to believe. But if it does have a 7 in front of it, then that isn't the best. And we're just going to try and streamline a few things, make a few changes, try and save money where we can. And one of them is probably around the sex semen, so I'm probably not going to go down that route this coming season. It just really hasn't worked for me in the last couple of seasons. I've only done it for the last 2 years and I just didn't really get the results that I wanted. So the straws are more expensive than conventional, so we'll probably drop that one this season anyway. We might come back to it in the future. I'm not saying that it doesn't work. I think it's an absolutely awesome product, but just got to make savings where you can, I guess. I wasn't quite sure how long this maize stack was going to last me, but I think I'm roughly about halfway. There's 1, 2, 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 bays, or 11 pillars on the side, and where are we? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So here I'd say roughly halfway. Maybe I'm not quite halfway, but it is the 6th of April today. Jeebus, this year's going fast. And another month, maybe it'll give me just over a month, will take me through to about the middle of May, which is when we'll be looking to dry off probably. I reckon once this maize is gone, yeah, I reckon we hit the dry off button. So if we get through to middle of May, I'll be pretty happy. We'll try and milk through to the end, but if we're not quite there, or we run out of feed, or we'll see what the grass situation's like, maybe we'll just call it early, I'm not sure. I guess we'll reassess it in a month, but they're not really getting much at the moment. They're getting about 2 kilos of maize and 3 of PK on the pad, so it's not a lot in the scheme of things. Well, I've made a start and I haven't got too much left to go really. It's just this bit through here, but unfortunately it's the weediest bit too. I should really get some spray, because I could just do it with a bike sprayer. It's real bad, eh? There's hardly even any grass there really. Doesn't look too bad once it's cut though, but getting there. I was so close to getting done, but I ran out of time, and I checked the forecast and it said we might be getting showers, or not showers, but like drizzly sort of rain this afternoon possibly, and the next sort of week looks a bit dodgy too, so I sort of had to go for it today or nothing. But the girls are on their way up now. They're onto their chicory, and I'm actually into the next paddock here. The other one that they've finished off is regrowing nicely, so this will be ready to be sprayed in probably 3 to 4 days, or when the weather allows. We don't actually have any roundup, and they're not open, shops aren't open tomorrow. They might be open Saturday morning, and then obviously it's a long weekend on the Monday too, so yeah, it'll be Tuesday. From Tuesday onwards, which is fine. Doesn't need to be sprayed before then. Needs to grow a little bit more so we get a good kill off. I actually sped them up a little bit, like there was 1 break there and 2 and 3, but I've taken the middle fence out and cut those 3 days into 2, so they're quite big breaks. And I'll leave them on there for longer than usual, obviously. I was trying to get them on a little bit earlier this afternoon, but didn't quite get there, so maybe I'll just come down later and shift them onto their grass. But my theory was that we'll try and move through this chicory. We need to get it sprayed. While it's nice and warm at the moment, it'd be good to get seed in the ground sooner rather than later. A bit of a split, one of the liners this morning, as you can see. It's a good split there. Just like that. These are pretty new too, so it's funny that happens. Just got to pull it past. There's a little lip there, but that's all good. And then this just sits there, so we've actually got a spare one, so if we do get splits like that, we don't have to change it during milking. We can just grab the spare one, whack it on, and then change the liner like I'm doing this afternoon. It was a week today since this annual got planted, so I just wanted to come and have a look and see if it's up, and you can see that it is. Oh man, look at that. It's growing like stink. Can't see it as in rows yet, but it's there. It does look a little bit green in places where you can sort of see it. Well, that's awesome. A little bit of rain on there probably wouldn't hurt, but it's not like there's a lack of moisture around anyway. This is the trouble, it's just so wet and it doesn't get blowing up the chute into the catcher, and it just clogs up. Finally got there. That looks a lot better, but yeah, I definitely need to spray those weeds. Jeepers, it took a while. Jeepers, it's getting dark early now though. Losing daylight. Nah, it's not too bad. These girls are well and truly done. I think they've cleaned up that break. Not too bad by the look of it. I can sort of see little bits through there. I'm going to have a little look soon. Yeah, I reckon they cleaned that up pretty well. Pretty happy. They were a little bit naughty last night. They're supposed to be in the paddock just over there, and I came this morning and they're in here, which was supposed to be tonight, but someone must have licked the gate open. Ah well, that's what it is, but that will pretty much do it, guys. As you can see, it is getting darker pretty fast now actually. But I hope you enjoyed this video. Give it a thumbs up, that'd be awesome, just like always, and apart from that, see you next time.